everyone. Gavin Stone here with Fanboy TV, and I am joined by
Bruno.
who is part of the ABCs of Death 2. His letter is K for Nell. And what was your inspiration behind making a short film about a bunch of crazy people in an apartment building?
You watch a building in front of your building and you get the inspiration, in fact. No, we're doing some kind of brainstorming, try to search, what we can do. And we wanted to do some things. It was very short, you have 4 minutes to tell a story.
Yeah.
So it was to work more on ambient and a mood, and we wanted to give a nightmarish mood. A mood of a nightmare, and to try to put people inside the nightmare, and very fast. So we was thinking, what it could be, and what it could be element from everyday life, in fact, then we can turn a little bit and twist to create this nightmarish mood. And then we was thinking, and it was nightfall, and we look by the window, and we're seeing this figure by the window, this shadow, and say, this is scary, because sometimes even when people let the TV, so the light is flickering, and you have impressions that there is some witch make some witchcraft inside the flat, or some satanic
kind of creepiness,
ceremony.
Which you put together really well, because one of my favorite scenes is when she's outside and the thing's there, which I'm not going to spoil it too terribly much. And all the windows just start going crazy, and you've got it behind curtains, you've got the flickering TVs, you've got the blood splattering, and then they're all staring at her. And I was like, ooh, that's a little creepy right there.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things is, with the anthology movies, it works so well for horror because you have VHS, ABCs of Death. We interviewed a guy at South by Southwest as part of World of Horror, which is like this epic anthology, but it doesn't work for other genres. I mean, it really doesn't. Why do you think horror fits so well into this? Here's 4 minutes, let's put 20 films together, as opposed to the comedies, which don't really work like that?
I think horror give. I think horror is a genre who give a lot of freedom. I think it's the genre who gives the most freedom as possible. You speak about comedy, but there is some short we include comedy, and it's what is interesting. It's horror genres, and you can be totally serious and creepy and scary. You can go in comedy, you can go in science fiction, you can go in fantastic. So it's pretty large and free, in fact, so that's why I think horror makes a link between different genres, in fact, and. But finally, it's a pretext to go, as I said, on different genres, in fact.
So, what is your favorite horror movie? Like, what is the reason you make horror movies?
Wow. It's always hard to choose one. There is so many, and.
What's the one you could watch every day for the rest of your life?
Horror movie?
Yeah.
I think it's not really horror, but Jacob's Ladder. I think it's.
That is actually a pretty good movie. I haven't watched it like forever though.
I think.
I go to those points where like the '80s horror movies, I just kind of gloss over now because they have a whole lot of camp and a cheese factor. And you watch today's movies; they're way more serious. So as you watch horror evolve, do you think it's going to go back to maybe some campiness at some point in time, or are we just going to get more blood, more guts, more splatter on the screen? Although there's not a problem with blood, splat, and gatter. I can't even talk. Blood, splurts, and splatter, yeah.
Sorry. I didn't catch the beginning of the question. Sorry.
So
we'll cut.
Yeah, horror has come from, more of the campiness in the 80s, like Freddy and his making jokes, to today where it's pretty serious and hardcore. Where do you think horror is going to go now? Is it going to go back to being campy? Is it just doing like a circle?
Yeah, I think yes. I speak. It's like today with internet, there is some kind of freedom and some kind of large case of expression, in fact, and people go on the maximum in gore, people are not shocked by gore anymore, and so it's like a palette of tools, and it's at disposition, and people now start to combine, in fact, different genres, like, for example, Spring, the movie from Aaron Moran and Justin Benson, when they start to mix, some kind of romance and horror and Lovecraft, and I think now we're entering in some kind of blend of genre, in fact, and it's some kind of bootleg, some mix. This it come from the internet culture when everything says there is some kind of promiscuity. We say this in English, promiscuity, and when everything go together and mix, in fact, in some kind of weird marriage. And
well, your film as part of ABC's of Death was one of my favorites because I love the orb and I love the visual of the creepy windows and just the blood everywhere. What else do you have coming up?
Oh, now we are working on different project and in parallel, and we'll see which one will work the best. We have one pretty ambitious visually and some kind of dream project, but a little bit maybe too ambitious for now. We are still searching for.
There's no such thing as too ambitious. Just do it, right?
Yes. But things come by scale, And we have another movie, maybe a little bit smaller, but. Pretty nice, and you could make something. It's good, nice.
Well, thanks for taking time to sit down and talk with me. I look forward to seeing what else you have because you've got a great visual style, and it was just fun to watch Nell as part of ABC's of Death. It's letter K. You want to watch it.